Really, this my last one. I don't ever cannot have it last. Thank you for making it. Wow, that's like support. Yes. I remember she was between us. For Asia. Will conduct a research program at the same. 75% are saying change. Because of you like it. Is it recording? Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure. I think you have some paper right here. I will check your. Yes, that is good. You will get some indication. I don't know if you need anything else. That's it. Thank you. Thanks for being with us. This is our first time ever trying to find treatment events. I have not checked you in yet. I will need your UTSA event pass to check in real quick. Allow you to check in because if you go, if you attend 4 hours. Also, this mentoring is for both ways. There will be 2 more seminar mentoring. Better to sign in.
Thank you.
Okay, but I.
Good. Yeah, like the green part. Yeah, that one.
No.
What are those? Yeah, so what does the same? Thank you.
Some. Do you want the Cindy? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wait, he has to go. It's so much fun. Yeah, I feel like you're getting along so well. You're just like, they're complaining. I would like me. So funny.
Yeah, we can write it. And I wanted to remember the first. Usually we are running this late, we are ready, but we have almost 46 registrations. If you are funny. Then if you come in, for funny, when you come in.
I was open, yeah.
By the time we wait, I can tell you another program we are having next Tuesday is called Subtle. Subtle is a Center for Education, Teaching and Research. So who are interested for teaching career or maybe to learn how to teach? That's something new. EPSA has joined at national level, and it will be, you can utilize any universities who are already in the network, their courses for how to learn teaching philosophy, how to teach. And then later stage, you will get exposure to teach undergrads in our EPSA. And we just joined this group on last May. So this will be first introductory session for EPSA Certain. So if you guys are available, please come and join, and there will be a registration link for that. I think all of the students got it. Postdoc, I know they all got it. So that will be introductory, so please come and see what are the courses, and there will be some courses from UPSA, some courses from wherever you want to, like one courses I think just started last week from Cornell University. They are doing some 6-week course of how to teach, the basic one. So yeah, just take advantage of that. Come to learn to know, and then you can attend it anytime. Basic studies.
One, the more. If you have to see what this video.
So see, lot of postdocs are here. Have your gift ready for you. Oh. Yes, yeah.
I was one.
Last 4 week I was just down.
The dog we can go
So you collected it? That's good. Yes, that's what you got in. Yeah, they get, yes, I told them. He has organized. Like, I don't know. They are the day, I don't know. They did in the front desk in the last 4 week. I think I don't remember when I.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Okay.
But I think it's very smart to know like all these kind of things to know
No.
who to request help if you need like.
Check 1, 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next year or year?
23.
Oh, okay. Happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Over there?
Oh, I'm fine. Now I'm having.
No, it's not.
We shouldn't. And this Friday is first Friday. Yo podía registrar. This Friday is first Friday.
Yes.
We have done some copies.
Yes.
No, it's
No.
brought the suppression class.
Multidisciplinary center, something.
Mm.
In front of this.
Not there. A building of the suppression class. Suppression class, or you call it, yeah. No, it's in one building that is in front of that, in front of the grass and everything.
So you put in the roof, this one.
That is good for this technology. You put it on. So, for the man. Very like, Saludos. So we're famous because
No, it is on the website.
every month we go there and they take a picture from us because we're really happy with our new t-shirts. Yes, and it's up in the Instagram.
Like a campaign.
I got it. Yeah. If you might check 1, 2.
Yes, up in Demas. The other one, which is the Demas, they are like, there is a door that's like on the right, and it's, yeah, you will see like a lot of people, but I will send you, then you find the thing. The link of it. Copy link address. The number is.
Can you hear me? Hear me now? Little bit?
You do it.
Not the last one now.
This
Okay.
the company.
Yes.
The only thing I know, so.
Now, what about now? Eva, can you hear me?
Yeah.
The back person. Okay, thank you. Thank you all. Sorry, we are late, almost 18-minute late. So maybe I will start quickly. So some of you already know me. I am a director of postdoctoral success. So most of postdoc knows me. As a mentor, I used to do research before I joined UTSA. I did my research. I am from the biotechnology field. I did after my PhD, I started my postdoc at Cornell University. I was in research scientist there for 8 years. Then in Texas A&M, I was in research for 7 years. And now after research, I came here as administrator. But I have done a lot of mentoring with undergrad, grad student, and postdoc mainly. And another expertise I have is working with international scholars, because at Cornell and any other university, most of the postdoc or visiting scientists are international. And I think there are some big mentoring work needed when a person or any student comes from, especially from other countries. So I have done a lot of mentoring there with visiting scholars. So with that, I will start saying that I have a mentoring experience and I do take some mentoring courses. And this mentoring session is for one of the 6 or 7 professional development session we are taking for graduate student and postdoc. But we will have another separate complete mentoring certification courses for again graduate student and postdoc, and there will be, this is the basic one, and after that there will be cultivation of mentoring network, and then final one will be entering mentoring, which is by CMAR, Center for Improvement of Mentoring in Research, and I am certified facilitator from CMAR. So that last workshop will be mainly for making you guys as a mentor. because most of you will be within a year or two, you will be graduating or going for faculty job. So you need to know how to mentor your student, or even if you are a graduate student, how to mentor your undergrad student. So that final workshop will be to make you mentor. But these two seminars are considering you are in a basic mentee level. So why we are taking this mentoring program? Because I think like especially when graduate student comes and even undergrad, postdoc, you need to know what is mentoring and what you should get from your mentor. If you don't know what is right, you don't know what wrong is happening with you. If somebody is treating you not correct, you don't know, as long you know what is the correct form, what other people are getting and you are not getting. So the whole purpose of this talk is for that, to let you guys know what mentoring is and what you should expect from your mentor. So we'll go through these topics like definition and then value and importance of the mentor. What to make good mentor, what is bad mentor, and believe me, we get conflict in graduate school and any other places. You can have a conflict with your mentor. So how to resolve that if you have it? So I want to generally like to do the my talks as an interactive way, but as we already late, I didn't really want much to go with, but I want to do 3 assumptions, which I actually borrowed from Dr. Catherine Stewart, she's Dean of the NC State Graduate School. She's one of my mentors. So that might be a question for you, like why I need a mentor. I will come to that point later. So what I wanted to say that everyone in this room is right now capable of being a mentor. What I mean about that is mentoring is not teaching you graduate school study, neither to teaching you some specific topic, but mentoring can be anything. And I believe every one of us has some capacity which we can share with our others. And I want to ask you all this question. If you believe that, raise your hand that you can share some of the thing with one of your peers. Thank you. Excellent. And even my son, he teaches me YouTube video, how to make this. So yes, so that's, everybody can do something. And second assumption will be, who needs mentor, you think at this moment? We sometimes think undergrad needs, sometimes think grad needs. You think you need a mentor for some of the, any of what? Okay. And last one, I think all of us can do right now. We know something, but we have to improve it. It's never it happens that we know everything. So even I give a example for Roger Federer, who is my favorite tennis player. He also has a coach. He is like, how many awards he got, Murray? I think everything he got. Oh, you are not a tennis. You are a cricket fan. Yeah. So, but yeah, he got win all award, but still he has a coach. Why? Because every stage you need somebody to guide you for whatever work you are doing. So that brings us to say that who needs mentoring then? Is it undergrad? Is it grad? Or is it postdocs? Or maybe other faculties or junior faculty, you ask them, they will say, oh my God, we need a mentor here. And if you know, UTSA has a mentoring program for faculties because they need to have, when they come, they are lost. They need to have a mentor in that area. So if you ask me, I will say we all need mentoring, especially those people at the transition stage. Because transition is real hard every way, because sometimes we uprooted from our hometown and away from family, away from your country. There is a cultural difference. There is a language difference. So whenever there is a transition, even I came here in UTSA almost a year ago, and I need to know so many things. So I need a mentor there. Same for like everybody going through a transition stage, when you are the graduate student or postdoc, I think all of us need a mentor. Why? Because transition, I gave that analogy with crossing a bridge. Because if this is your bridge, that's your environment, awesome. I will love to transit here as long as possible. and might stop by on the bridge and look at down. There will be some ducks. I will enjoy it. But does it really happen with everyone every time? Not really. There will be some bridges where it will be shaky, there will be wind, rough water, and you want to cross that bridge as safely possible, as fast possible. And sometimes maybe there will be no bridge at all, and skipping rocks. So you have to make your own bridge, and most importantly, you have to hold somebody's hand there. Because it's not at all possible there, at least for me, I cannot skip the rock and go to one place to another. I have to hold my hand with someone to safely cross that bridge. So this analogy I feel so useful or so close to saying our transition stage when you come as a graduate student, you come as a postdoc, or even go faculty, or even I came to UPSA or I moved from one place to other. So what that teaches us, again, this is done, this is analogy again, I learned from Dr. Milgram, she's director from NIH outreach program. So basically what is that telling us that there will be a time, always a shaky breeze or no breeze at all. So what we have to do, we have to be prepared for that. You don't think that we will be always getting good. Maybe you are good now, but your next job, maybe not. So prepare for that. And importantly, those situations teaches us the best lesson. If everything is good every time, we cannot really learn more things. So we have to be prepared for that, and also we have to grab hand, obviously with the caveat whose hand you are holding, how good they are supporting you. And then same time, we have to give our hand to our other people who is asking for help, because that's how we grow, helping each other. Most of postdocs, they help graduate student in their lab. I'm pretty sure all of the postdoc here, they have one point or another, they are helping a graduate student. So biggest lesson we learned here is crossing rough water or crossing your graduate study or postdoc study, whenever you have a rough period, you need to have support. And who gives your support is mentor. And there are two important concepts we have to have: an inner resource and outer resource. What we call inner resource is your patience, your persistence, your curiosity, and the external support, which will be your mentor, your peers. Peers are the biggest mentor, means your friends, colleagues, biggest mentor. Sometimes even it could be junior, senior, nobody cares, because they are the time give you a clue which will help you long run. So if we go as a definition of mentorship, it's a book definition, is this mentorship is a professional definition in professional work field where two people work in professional way and then help each other to success in their career. Not only for research, you can see there is psychosocial support aimed at enhancing talent development in a culturally responsible manner that promotes inclusive excellence. Pay attention to the last line, is a culturally responsive manner and inclusive excellence. I want to focus more that because all of us are from different cultures, different background, different language, different country. So mentorship has to be based on your culturally responsive manner. Means it's not, you should not expect that one person came with this much knowledge or this thing, that second mentee will have the similar knowledge. So go for a simple understanding. So what is mentoring? It's an ongoing process or relationship, just like any other relationship, where a more experienced person, which we call mentor, with a less experienced person, which is a mentee, give them active guidance, motivate you guys in graduate study, and emotional support, constructive feedback. Again, it has to have a feedback, but it has to be constructive, not hurting your feelings. And sometimes they are role model too. So role model is basically the person you feel like what they are doing in their academic career, you feel like, oh, I want to be like that. I want to do that. So that's your role model. And so if we try to consider the mentor word is a professional word, and this is something maybe new or something you are hearing it when you started your graduate undergraduate study, but these are the different roles of mentor. I think all of us know very well, because without teacher, none of us will be here today. So teacher, which is the biggest mentor for us. If you go undergrads, not undergrad, elementary study, that teacher guides everything. Like subject to kids running and playing everything. But you go slowly higher level, there will be subject specific. Coaches are like specific to your sports. So we all know teacher, we all know coaches, tennis, baseball, every kid has their coaches. They are the mentor. Basically, they are encouraging, trying to find out the students' ability and helping them to grow. Two other things may be something new for us. If you are any graduate, sponsor and advisor. Sponsor or advisor sometimes can be your same research mentor or can be different one. So I will come to more details on that. When you go for mentoring different types, especially I'm focusing graduate student here because you might have your advisor who can cover all these things. We call him mentor when he do the overall development, not only research topic, not only you are doing in engineering topic, but your other professional networking, professional development along with your research. But advisor could be something specific. So some specific subject or specific topic you want to learn, or he's advising you, so he could be your advisor. That could be your other department chair, or it could be your other colleague, or it could be like me, I advise to some of the postdocs. So advisor could be different, or could be your own mentor too. And sponsors generally advocate for your opportunity. Suppose if your school, your department, there is some special funding coming, and there are 2 students will be get selected. So your mentor has mentor or even department chair, they can put a word for you and give you that funding opportunity. That or any other opportunity that we call sponsor. So that could be all your advisor can do all 3, or they can be different people. And as I said, you need to know what is the effective mentorship. So basically, effective mentorship is your graduate school, you have to be social, psychosocial and career support you should get from your mentor or role model, or they should do the advising and sponsorship to you. So mentor help the mentee to develop support, team network. I will come more details on that later. But again, there is an old-fashioned one doing, we call it guru mentoring, where one person will be mentoring everything. And we don't believe anymore on that topic, because first thing is not possible for one person to mentor everything. Second thing is, even if it is possible, it could be kind of conflict or kind of problematic in the sense because his or her views will be totally on you. So some people might be getting good mentoring who has similar views. Some people who has opposite or different views, they might not get enough mentoring. So what we are suggesting is go for mentoring network, which I will do at the later slide. And then mentor should do critical and honest self-reflection at multiple stages of mentorship process. Again, this process changes. When you are a graduate student, I will be doing mentoring with you one stage, and when you become postdoc, different way. Everybody needs mentoring, but in different stages. Same mentors' roles changes in every stage of your career. So effective mentorship is an overall positive effect on academic achievement, retention, and degree attainment, as well as cultural and disciplinary identity, career success, career satisfaction, career commitment of the mentee. So this one point, actually, I just few days ago, we were in conference last week, that retention point. Everyone, there was a talk at last talk was about the mental health of the students and postdocs and any of us. And they were talking, what is the retention, why retention at the graduate school like decreased by 50% or all this thing, and what could be the point. So obviously there are so many points. They were telling that maybe economical health, student need to work, student cannot spend time, COVID hit, all these things. But one thing, when it came to the list, I was actually thinking, but obviously I didn't say anything, but it was the mentorship relationship. And that struck me so important, like so true, that If I have a bad relation one day, I'm an emotional person, and you have a bad relation with my boss or whoever my mentor, my whole other thing gets disturbed. Means you go home, you cannot concentrate in your project writing or anything. So for graduate student mainly, their mentor is everything. You work 75 to 80% of your time you spend in the lab. So if you don't have a good feelings with your mentor, it can affect your whole career, whole even other your social life. So that's very important that student retention, the career development, everything depends on mentorship and how good relation you have with your mentor. So mentoring structure, again, you all know mentoring diaries, which is 101 with your research mentor. And this is obvious thing, all graduate students need to know what they should expect. Again, I will come on more detail. Peer mentoring, I believe on that more because I have get more supported from my peers than others. So many times when I become a postdoc, I changed little bit of my line from biotechnology, I came to bioinformatics. And every day I was crying when I get postdoc because it's kind of I was feeling bad because I changed my line. So in my lab, I cannot answer the question because I am new and was a postdoc and other graduate student is better than me because they are in the biotech for this long time. So that feeling itself is bad, but who helped me? My peer. One day, one of my friends said that, why you are caring? You came from plant biotechnology and they hired you as a postdoc plant biotech. If there is anything you don't know on that, then you feel bad. You are talking about microbiology and bioinformatics, which is new for you. So you should not feel bad after 1 or 2 years. Yes, once you learn, because we all are learning. Graduate schools teach us one thing is how to learn. And believe me, most of you will change your after graduate school, your not subject change, but your research topic will change. But you will carry on what? How to learn, how to go to research, how to dig out the publication, how to find out the results. Right. And that's true. After 7 or 8 years, I was the boss on that lab. I was teaching everyone microbiology and bioinformatics. And who, like at the beginning, 3 months, I was crying at home. So that's what I'm saying, that peer mentoring is so important. And so many of you already know that. Of my postdoctoral association, we all sit together and we help each other. So that's the peer mentoring. It's nothing, we just give a big term mentoring, but it's basically helping each other. And then cohort team mentoring, again, some courses, some topic we group together. That's a cohort mentoring. Mentoring network, again, I will come details. As I said, you need mentoring every field. It's impossible by one person to mentor you everything. So keep your research mentor, but find out other mentor, even if you need for emotional support. How many of your mentor you think can help you in emotional support and research support and other support? No way. And especially sometimes it's always good to have a mentor who has your own values, own culture sometimes, because somebody might be more comfortable go to similar culture, similar climate person, because he or she can understand their issues better than the research mentor. So that's called mentoring networking. You have to find your mentors. And another online mentoring, one thing COVID gave us is to everything online. And that's another example of, here this is NRMN, National Research Mentoring Network, which is free for all NSF, NIH universities, and we are one of that. So that's it. All mentor, including me and so many other faculty, all of us are involved in that group. And you might be working in a vaccine production and any other of your important research, and you want a topic who is Harvard professor knows that or good on that. You can ask questions and you can get mentoring for that specific topic sitting here. So this is the powerful of that NMR. All big institute mentors are involved there. And one thing all mentors like is if you ask help, they definitely help you. Little bit less time or more time, but everybody will like when they put their name as a mentor, they will be happy to help you in any of your research area. So, so who is model mentor? Especially graduate student, because postdoc doesn't have much flexibility when you come to choose the mentor, I guess everybody will come and join straight away. So, but graduate student has flexibility too. When you come to the department, you can choose your mentor. So, who is your model mentor? Definitely not this guy. So you need to know how to choose your mentor. If you get a, I'm not sure which other department give more flexibility, but I know that some of the departments give like you can choose your mentor. So that's the reason you need to know what are the good qualities you should look at the mentor and how you find your mentor. So again, this is one topic I really was not thinking before, that approachable and available. We thought that whenever a person is available, that is approachable, and it is approachable, available. But we did a survey for graduate students who successfully from UTSA, they have to the graduation and asked the best quality on their mentor they saw or they want to have it. So that was the approachable was the first point. Everybody was saying approachable and available. That's then look at that approachable is different than available. Approachable is you feel comfortable with that person. You can go to that person, you can talk to that person. Doesn't matter what topic you need a mentorship. And if that person will feel comfortable, approachable, then for second question comes available. And generally who are really trying to help you, they will make it their time for you. Maybe not today, maybe not this week, but they will make it next week whenever they are. So this is the thing you need to see. Sometimes some bosses are really, if they are dean or some other high level, they don't have much time. But if they are approachable, you are comfortable, they will make time for you. Even weekends, our bosses even work with us in weekend. So then obviously that same thing bring you to willingness to commit. So if they are approachable or available, then they'll be willing to commit their time. Honesty with diplomacy. Again, graduate mentor has to be honest. They are not going to tell every time that your result is nice and all. But honesty, but diplomacy. You have to make sure it's not hurting you. It's not telling you in front of 10 other students that saying, oh, you did bad on that, like that. So, and obviously, patient and communicate with clarity. Communication is the biggest, what I will say, biggest term or biggest pillar, I would say, that in the mentorship relationship. So many times because of miscommunication or lack of communication, you can damage your relationship. And obviously positive attitude, empathetic and inclusive, because we all came from different backgrounds. Mentor has to be inclusive for everyone, every way. Again, psychosocial and emotional support, what mentor do, they encourage the mentee, help with problem solving and use active listening technique. Mentor has to be very good listener. It's not just telling what they want. They have to listen you, because all mentees are not really very good in open up and tell right way that we need this. So they need to understand that. And then role modeling, that mentors serve as a guide for mentees. So as if somebody is really following me as a mentor, and so I have to be really careful what I'm doing. I'm not doing something which they follow in their career, because what happens is always what you get mentors, you might follow it in your, when you become faculty, you might follow the similar thing. So mentor has to be careful for that. And mentees benefit from engaging with mentor to share values and deep level similarity. Just I explained minutes ago that yes, because if you have a similarity, you have a cultural closeness or any other thing you feel your values are same with your mentor, you might be more successful with that relationship. And mentor allows mentees to see themselves as future peers. They should, yes, they are your student, but at the same time, they will be your tomorrow's peer. So, when this, again, you might be thinking like those are mentor characteristics, but yes, you have to know those characteristics and you have to see that your mentor have those characteristics. And career guidance, obviously, that's whole purpose for mentor. They have to provide support for mentee to choose a career path. Because as all of you know, you might start the IDP soon this month. Actually, last month, September, IDP implemented for postdoc, as well as graduate student always has IDP. So mentor has to do a self-assessment for you all to see like where you stand, what is your strong point, what is your point you need to improve based on your value, based on your interest of work. So if you want to go for industry level mentor, then you need to find out what are the other professional development thing you need to go through because you want to go to industry. So those are called like they have to evaluate doing the evaluation and then building mentee strength. Mentors' roles includes the helping mentee reflect and think critically about their goals, facilitating mentees' reflection and exploration of their interest, ability, belief, and ideas. It's not like if you are working on mentors research that has to be only that way. You might have an excellent ideas. You might have different way of working. So they have to encourage that. Review mentees' progress toward goals. Again, all of you have annual review. So you have to check like time to time that mentor, you have to review that if you are approaching to your goal. Challenge mentee decision. Sometimes mentee decision might not be correct. So they have to challenge it. They have to make mentees know what is the reason they are challenging it, and help mentee to realize their professional aspiration. Skill, they have to help mentors should help to educate and evaluate mentee skill academically and professionally. Obviously, for graduate student, all mentor tutor you all for your skills, research, subject. Some mentor might be teaching you your own subject. Sponsorship, again, I just said that mentor should be publicly acknowledge your achievement and advocate for you. Means if you are doing a research, yes, the article or paper will go with all of your name, but mentor has to openly say in a meeting, or she did it or he did it. So that's called acknowledgement, and obviously they should advocate for mentee's career. So this is the characteristics generally for effective mentorship, which are by again CMAR guideline for entering mentoring. And I will just explain a bit. So what you need to, when you start your mentor relationship, what you have to check with that. This 6 point we consider mentor should follow and mentee should follow. And we also train junior faculties or faculties. They also has to learn those things following those specific topics. So I will go one by one. Align expectation. What is align expectation means? Sometimes like your first when you start your relationship, mentor-mentee relationship at the beginning of your graduation study, you have to sit together and talk to your expectation. Some mentors or some researcher might want to, when there is a research topic or an experiment going on, they want you to work day 9. Nothing wrong on that. If they give you after you finish that project, okay, then you are free. Whenever you need to go somewhere, you can go. That's how research is. We all are researchers. We know that importance of research. Sometimes we even don't feel like one time I stopped without putting radioisotope protection because my experiment was going timer was on, and I quickly go and turn it off. And whereas I was supposed to wear the gloves for radioisotope because radioisotope area was there. So yes, sometimes we feel our research is more important than our health and other issues. So first, Marie is making a face. He was like, "What did you do?" Yes, I was actually ready. Yes, yeah. Graduate student, sometimes if I look back, later I was actually radioisotope safety officer, but I did so many mistakes when I was graduate student to care for radioisotope. But thankfully, you guys don't work with radioisotope now. All experiments they have changed. You don't need to do radioisotope anymore. I assume, right? Most of the things bio radioisotope is gone now.
For some things, you have no other option, but for most of the things, I think you don't need to use it.
Yeah, but our time we used to have a lot of radioisotope work. Pretty much every northern, southern experiment, we all have to do radioisotope. So yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say that align your expectation that what your mentor's work ethics is, he is okay to that way, and is I am okay. Because if that mentor is that way, or even some mentors said, we will be publishing only Science and Nature, not a small journal. So in that case, some postdoc complain because 5 years they don't get a paper. One of my colleagues, he was excellent from Cornell. He got a science paper and then he went to UC Berkeley. And next 5 years, he didn't get a single paper because his boss is only published in Science and Nature. And he was a topmost thing, but he came out without any paper and he was regretting that. The thing is, that's the thing. First we ask at the beginning. Yes, so and get to know that. There is no meaning to complain later. So yeah, so and some other things like always there will be lab meeting or one-on-one meeting. So make sure that what is the frequency, respect their time, who is going to schedule that, how to follow through. Those things are coming as expectation list. Obviously, respecting time and respecting boundaries. They should respect your privacy. You should respect their privacy too. As an access understanding, like again, all I think I covered some of this. Mentor need to know what you guys are capable of because you are very young, both way. Sometimes you are young in your research, young in your age, so many things. But mentor's job to identify your strength and assess you, what is your, and then implement that your strong point for your success. And that's come IDP here. You have to have a self assessment. Mentor will help you. Then you define your short-term and long-term goal, and then follow through. You the measuring how you evaluate that. Is it your paper will be your evaluation? Is it something else? So these all has to be decided at the beginning. Then communication, as I said, communication is very important. Miscommunication creates a lot of problems, and important is all of us are not that communicated, having a communication quality. So mentor need to understand that and then bring you on the same level. Slowly he or she will teach you that how to communicate, how to publish your paper. Communication is both way, publication as well as presentation. So in lab meeting, they need to encourage you. They need to sometimes maybe have to push you a little bit. Okay, go give a presentation in lab meeting. Yes, first time you won't like it, but slowly you have to go that. So she has to bring you on the same and again, as well, like you guys are from different backgrounds, so he should not be biased that what he knows or other mentees not, you should not do. So that's how is the, I think I get to the previous one. So communication, he has to bring all you guys in the same level and your style. If you need to improve your style, he has to do that. Then address equity inclusion. Again, we all are different. So you have to be, no biasness should come, and he has to be inclusive for all his mentees. There should not be any difference, and everybody has to be feel comfortable and safe in that lab. Safe means not physical safe, but mentally comfortable that I am welcome on that lab. Foster independence, which is always a problem for mentors, especially even we all gone through who are mentoring, like you guys will be slowly when you come, you will be like a little kid and slowly you get confidence, be knowledgeable for contribution. And finally, one stage comes, we have to let you guys go, be an independent researcher. So yes, but help you to become independent because whoever you're sitting here today, 2 years later, you all will be in different place. Promote professional development. Again, today's workforce is especially important professional development because all of you, unless you have a nature and science publication, most of our research are at par with each other. So you have to have some extra quality when you go to the job market. And which are these? Your teaching, your leadership, your mentoring programs, your manuscript writing or writing quality. So those are all professional development programs, and he has to help you all to develop that. Also, professional network. When we started our graduation, I don't have any network. I have only my peers. But we started networking. My boss was, she was putting me to her network, her other colleagues' lab, connecting with them. That's how slowly we develop our professional network. There are other ways. My next talk will be especially for making mentor network. There I will talk, but mainly when you go for conferences and seminars, how you develop your professional network. There are so many techniques and they have to help you for that. Again, professional career development, he helps you annual review, IDP. They help you to take any professional decision, especially when you go for postdoc position. They will help you to first help you to connect you to that different places and then help you to decide which, if it this one good or that one good, and build a relationship with other professional community, networking, and yes, and teach you a lot of transferable skills. And well, as a mentee, you have a lot of responsibility too, like respect their time value, then few responsibility like scheduling, follow through whatever, because they are sharing their research and time. So you have to make sure that you are following. If you have stopped in your research, don't wait till next lab meeting coming. Going before and talking to him or her to see that how you can improve your to the next experiment. You have your, and then confidentiality, obviously, it should be from both sides. And then revisit what is an achievement. There are a lot of sites where you can develop your IDP and reviews. Also, we are going to take some seminars for how to develop your IDP. Mentorship, AMC, American Medical Institute, they have a nice mentorship program. And mentoring map, which I was top letter, networking map. And this is, so it is basically how you choose your mentor. These are the all characteristics, like go if you have a choice when you come as a graduate student, look for your department, talk to other students, find out mentors, their expectation, their work ethics, and then try to match it with your work ethics. And then several mentoring programs department helps to find out the mentor. Again, as I said, seek multiple mentors because you have to have different mentors for different areas. Other faculty might help you. And also you can find from a department chair or program director can help you the evidence of the mentorship. And best ally is your peers. Ask your friends, is he be a good mentor, or they will tell you the truth. So encourage, like ask that how he encouraged the healthy lifestyle, like work-life balance, and how he helps to go also go for different workshop seminars like this one to understand the mentoring thing. Give opportunities for applying for different programs, and then bring those information and discuss with your peers. I'm just going quickly because we are shortage of time. And your mentor should know all these policies, graduate student program to help you for RCR and training, networking opportunities, and he should promote you for your best. He should be your best advocate. Only one thing I wanted to, we have a checklist that you need to know if you're looking for career support. Is my mentor introduce me in professional activity? Check it if he does. Is he invite in my in his collaborative research work group meeting? Does he invite me there? Does he help me to encourage, recognize areas where I need to improvement? Does he educate me on the subject or special skill? Does he help facilitate my professional development? So those things you have to, we have a long list, you have to check. Then you can think, yes, he is a good man. So, emotional thing, does he believe in me? That's the biggest thing. Every relationship is on trust and belief. Does he believe on me? Does he respect me? Does he welcome my inputs in a group meeting or thing? Does he encourage me when I need encouragement or support me and advocate when I in my need? So who is bad side? You need to know who is not a good mentor, who is absent most of the time, who is set unrealistic expectation, like do this result within 2 months or 3 months. This is completely unrealistic. If you are especially in bioscience and some of the special medical science areas, does not provide clear and relevant guidance. That's one thing. They have to provide you clear guidance from the beginning. And manipulative behavior does not publicly share your credit. If you did it, he is the first one to share your credit to everyone. And then exhibit personal incompetence and display negative attitude. And remember that your PI, especially postdocs, PIs are not always your mentor. PIs are project leader, but not mentor. Mentors are the one who are helping you on all those categories. Conflict, as I said, there are several cases that you get conflict, and sometimes it's not like real conflict, but it's always a human tendency. Sometimes we don't like our bosses or our mentors. So there is a tiny one or a big one. So we have to understand what it is exactly. So why it happened? Power imbalance, obviously they are a higher position. The misunderstanding, lack of communication, negative and mentoring can impact on negatively, and sometimes personal professional misconduct can happen, the conflict. So never wait till this situation comes that you are totally out of control. So first, as I said, it can be minor, and always we feel like we are in the right position, and somebody in front, maybe mentor or your PI is not doing the correct thing. But make sure first to identify, is it a major concern or is it a minor one? Because minor will be always there. Everybody gets. And I have an example like who has a minor thing when we were graduate student, and the same person, he follows the same thing, and now he is a faculty. Because that time he thinks those are the big thing, because saving money for buying any instrument, buying any chemicals or thing. Now he is PI, he is one of my colleagues, and he does the same thing, which is good, because as a young PI, you have to save your money. So, but that's why you have to identify, is it a short one or long, is it a major or minor concern? Don't personalize it. If you feel it is, talk to your peers, talk to your other faculty, which you can believe, and then be ready, focus what is your problem, get all the evidence, talk openly. And once you openly talk it, could be consequences, could be it can go to higher level, but fine. If it is a major one, it is bothering your whole career and your personal life, talk about it. But first talk to your peers or any other faculty you can believe, and then take it, stay focused and calm. This is one thing I wanted to explain on, which I didn't get, not getting time, but next my seminar will be mainly, this is for mentoring network. It's based on NCFDD, National Center for Faculty Development and Diversity. So who are mainly focused for the faculties, junior faculties and postdocs. So if you want to thrive in your academy, you have to focus all these areas, not even on your research. You have to focus on your personal development. You have to focus on your cultivation of network of mentors, sponsor, manage your stress. You have to focus on how art to say no, because especially postdoc, when you come as a postdoc, you have your own research, you have tons of other research comes, and you try to help graduate students. And one time come, you are overloaded. So learn how to say no. Obviously, it's a good idea to get 5 projects, so you get at least 5 paper. But again, so these are the all sectors you have to focus to become thrive in your academy. But again, can anybody, one person give you all the support, all the sector? No. You need professional development. You need emotional support. Intellectual community is your peers, especially postdoc. You come as a expert in your area. So you sometimes feel shy to, if you are not good on that area, or if you are expert, so who you are going to talk? So you have to make your other peers, intellectual community, where you can share your thoughts, ideas, problems. Then all the sponsorship and other. So I gave that map to one map for NCFDD. So basically what we are saying that forget about the mentor or what. You have to say that what I need when I am in a transition stage or new position, what I need and who can give me that. That's your mentor. And that's, you need from emotional support. Sometimes you are going through a rough time. One of your peer can give you, that's your mentor, that for that specific thing. Some postdoc, I am the mentor. I'm not supporting them for research. I don't even know their research. but I can guide them for other professional development areas. So this is the map I share with you. Our next work, we will be doing hands-on experiment, how to decide, how to develop a mentoring network, how to cultivate it. So here, what I want to do, if you are taking that map, go and ask yourself, if I want to do professional development, there are on campus and off campus, you can see. Ask yourself, do I have anybody who I can put the name here, write 3 name or 4 name. Do I have anyone for emotional support, friends, family, others? If I need, can I reach to that person? This map is not going to, you cannot fulfill this map in next 6 months or 1 year. But within a year, you need to have at least all this area, one person's name. And next our talk, I will teach you all step by step how to go for those. But try to get it at home and see how many you can fill. And if there is any areas not filled, then you can think about it, how to get that area's name. It could be professional development, it could be for go to conference. That time there is a special way we can tell you like how to develop conference relationship, how to get somebody's name in the professional development area, sponsorship, accountability. There are 2 spaces and how to consider your own health and personal life and your mental. So please take it, have a look, find it. If you need help, you can reach me anytime. If not, our next talk, we will go through this. And that's the whole thing that NCFDD wants all of us. Even I started doing, I have still 1 name I need to put around my professional development area, who I can reach if I need something. And good mentors are your lifelong friend, and make sure those all mentor you keep, never come out from graduate school out with a bitter relationship with your mentor, because they will be with you whole life. My mentors are still, we are communicating after 20 years. And so return them their favors. They spend their time, resources a lot to make sure you return back them. The new courses we are coming for, one is in November, and entering mentoring mainly for who will be going higher stage of graduation and postdoc, obviously. So that will be a workshop which is based on 3-month curriculum. And I do mentorship to a lot of postdocs. Again, our postdoctor association, which is the best mentoring I'm telling for postdoc. And even graduate student, if you guys want to, they are very close peer. They just passed out from graduate school. So they will be your best mentor, and they can guide you way better than us who are like 15 years before they did the graduation. So postdoctoral association, I will invite all of you. Our postdoctoral leaders are here. So they, and other thing we do, my postdoctoral office, we do like, especially for postdoc, understand, identify your career goals, and then we do their help IDP. And sometimes you want to do assessment yourself, we can help you for that. And any other support, mental or emotional support. Preparing for job and interview, that's another area all postdoc and graduate student need. Again, for graduate student, I will actually tell you guys, postdoc your best friend, because they just your higher level. So if you need to go for job interview, ask them. If you need to go for postdoc job, ask them. They are the right person for your area, and obviously faculty. So this is, if you want to take my appointment, just send me an email, or you can just have the QR code. Again, as I said, my son who made the QR code, I don't even know how he does that, but he is one of my tech mentor. One thing I know, young generation knows way better is technology. So yes, so you can use it, and you'll get my calendar, your name, and talk, whatever area you want to have question, anything. And if there is any question, I'll be happy to. I'm sorry we are late. I try to cover up as fast as possible. And definitely join next 2 programs where second one at least for to develop networking, how to develop network for your network. I like to in person because it's kind of a hands-on. By giving asking, actually, I ask them right there, find out area.
Same place or?
We planning for same place. If not, I will send. We send our information. And the simmer one, which will be a workshop, it will be actually a kind of half a day workshop. That I don't know where we'll be doing it, but obviously you'll get the advertisement. For your this professional development, you take 4 of these, you will get a certification. Next one is coming our Adobe Photoshop. And then second one, and third one is leadership. And if you have any preference, you want to learn something, let us know. We can put some professional development program on. My appointment. Yes, and your department, if you are master